All right, so I'm back on the road. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react. And you just got to roll with it. I mean, when I woke up this morning and I thought, well, the camper doesn't have, my first thing was to think, well, you know what? I'm leaving here anyway. It's going to be nothing but sunshine, for the next 3 weeks. And so I didn't worry about that. And then I came out to the truck and that didn't start. And I'm thinking, oh well, you know, I could be broke down in a worse spot than right on the Pacific Ocean. And I remembered that I had signed up for AAA. I had signed up for AAA insurance, and I did so. I had Roadside. I have State Farm insurance, and I had Roadside assistance with my policy with State Farm. But I let somebody a little bit. I let somebody going through a little bit of a tough spot piggyback on my State Farm insurance policy to save some money on her policy. And unbeknownst to me, her car was breaking down all the time, and she was calling this roadside assistance with State Farm. And I got a call from State Farm one day telling me that they were going to discontinue my roadside assistance because it had been used too many times. And for this trip, I opted to sign up for AAA insurance, and that paid off as far as getting me jump started today. So, I've got no one to blame but myself for this car going dead because I just need to be a little bit more conscientious. There's your 50-cent word. And I'm not going to spell that out for the benefit of Skip Smith. Okay, I think Skip Smith knows how to spell conscientious. At least I hope he does. But anyway, I'm not sure where I left off on my whole thoughts about a little bit different or whatever. But the individual that I was talking to yesterday, these comments, and I put the link to the video, the Skip Smith video. I put the link in my previous, a little bit different video. I just pasted it there. But anyway, so this individual I was talking to yesterday, he was he was a little bit torn up. He was a little bit torn up about all the mean things that people were saying about me. And he thought that I had read these things. He thought that, I had read these things and he was wondering how I was doing, how I was holding up. How I was, how, he was asking me, how are you holding up? You know? And I said, what do you mean holding up? He said, well, they're saying some really bad stuff about you over there. And I said, like what? You know? I said, what kind of bad stuff? And he said, oh, really bad stuff. And I said to him, I said, don't worry. I said, I'm thick-skinned. I'm thick-skinned. I don't let the incidentals of life get the better of me. But anyway, so I went over and I looked at some of the comments, and my goodness gracious, calling me a creep, comparing me to like a serial killer, Ted Bundy. What else were they saying? That I'm really, really, really lonely. Um, all types of all types of stuff, and just the vile and the hatred coming out of them. But it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me in the least. You just kind of take that stuff and just brush it off, kind of like dandruff or something. Not that I have dandruff, mind you, but but it didn't bother me at all. What challenged me a little bit, to be quite honest with you, what really challenged me a little bit was that uh, Skip Smith would leave such garbage on his channel. When I get people posting stuff like that, when I get people posting stuff like that, I have no tolerance for it. It's like I have a zero tolerance policy. I have a zero tolerance policy for hatred and all that type of stuff. And what really surprised me about that as I went on my day. It's not, nothing about the comments surprised me. There was no surprises as far as that. What surprised me was that Skip didn't take that stuff off. That's kind of what surprised me a little bit more than anything. Skip didn't take that stuff off, and I have been pretty diligent. I monitor my comments. When people comment on my videos, I get an alert on my phone, and it doesn't happen very, very, very often, but every once in a blue moon, somebody might come on my channel and leave a comment, a bad comment about Skip, and I'll be quick to either delete it or to comment to comment in Skip's support. But the fact that Skip would leave those comments up there really is I don't know if it's a disappointment, but it's a surprise. I thought I knew Skip better than that. And but anyway, it's all water under the bridge. But as I went about my day thinking about that whole thing yesterday, I found myself thinking that, all my life, I've been people have tried to push me down and attack me and all that type of stuff. All my life it's happened. It happened. It started happening when I was a little kid. When I was a little kid, I grew up in this neighborhood with all types of kids. There were all types of kids around. There was no shortage of kids. It was a delightful place to grow up. There must have been, oh, I don't know. There were a lot of Catholic families, and back in the day, the motto was be fruitful and multiply. If you're a good Catholic, have lots of kids so we can make more Catholics, something like that. But but anyway, we had this neighborhood with all these Catholic families, and there were no shortage of kids. But every time that oftentimes when we would have pickup games, pickup baseball games, pickup basketball games, pickup football games, any type of a pickup game, anytime we would have a pickup game, it was always the joke who was going to pick Tom on their team, who was going to get Tom. It was always the joke. It was like the running joke. They would pick this girl named Lucy, this tomboy named Lucy. They'd always pick Lucy before they'd pick me. You know, but and then I had going into my teenage years, I was a little bit chubby, and boy, they used to always come up and they used to grab my fat, and tease me along those lines, and the teasing was unrelentless. And then I got into the military, and I met Sergeant Nathaniel Parrish. Sergeant Nathaniel Parrish. Boy, he used to that was a whole different situation, because I was government issue. I was a GI. I was government issue. I was government property, and they could do with me as they wished. And I just had to go along. I had to go along, and I was always treated, even in the military. Even in the military, I was treated oh, I'm not going to say poorly, but anyway, and maybe some of it I brought upon myself. I mean, don't I'm not going to kid you that I'm a perfect angel. Maybe some of it I brought upon myself. But anyway, so then long story short, I'm a little bit different. I'm a little bit different. Everybody, at the end of the day, everybody's a little bit different. Wow, there's a bike club going past here. Holy cow, look at all these bicycles. Holy cow, I don't know if you can see that going by my window, but there must have been 40, 50 people riding a bike. But everybody's a little bit different, Everybody's I'm nothing special. I'm nothing special. I've got the good Lord gave me some good smarts. The good Lord gave me some good smarts. Uh, and Anyway, I'm struggling with my thoughts because I'm thinking my head is thinking I may be talking about one thing, but in my head I'm thinking about the drive up to Monterey or a drive up to up the coast and what have you. But anyway, I've always all my life I've dealt with the Veronica Harts of the world. And at the end of the day, I'm living the life that they probably wish they were living. I mean, that's the sweetest revenge is just to be successful. Just to continue to move forward, continue to be successful, continue to be happy. Successful doesn't mean sitting in a $70,000 car that won't start, pulling a $40,000 camper that's battery is dead. That's not success. Success is how you feel about yourself at the end of the day. When you sit there and you look into the YouTube camera, and you see yourself in the YouTube camera, it's like, how do you feel about yourself? That's success. So in dealing with the incidentals of life, the Veronica. Good morning, Tom. There's Oz, and what have you. But in dealing with the incidentals of life, those people. Uh, I found myself, and you can go just look at the previous video, and I'll paste the link in this video also. But go look at the video, Poor Old Tom Hall, on Skip Smith's channel, and read the comments from those people. Just take a moment and read the comments from those people. Those people have got so much hatred in their heart, so much hatred, so much vile, so much. I don't feel personally. I don't feel hatred towards them. I feel sorrow. I feel sorry for them. That they go through their lives and just such filth and crap comes out of their minds and their mouths and their fingers and what have you. It's just it's really a sad really a sad reflection of them. But anyway, so on with the day. You know what? I was thinking to myself, I go through these periods where I'm thinking, what am I doing? What am I doing? Should I just, hightail it home or whatever? And yesterday, why is Skip supporting this on his channel? I don't know, Karma. I don't know why. I don't know that he's supporting it. I don't know that Skip is. I don't know that Skip is supporting it, but I'm just surprised that he didn't. I'm surprised he didn't delete it. Is what I'm surprised of. I mean, I give Skip a hard time all the time. I love him to death, but maybe at the end of the day, maybe Skip doesn't care about me all that much. Skip doesn't care about anybody, as a matter of fact. He once told me that. But anyway, back to my point. So I was looking on Harvest Host yesterday. Go to that website, Harvest Host. You may not be able to sign in, but I went to Harvest Host and I was looking for places to stay up in like Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and what have you. And all through Washington, there are lavender farms, beautiful, beautiful lavender farms. And maybe you can Google Purple Haze Days, like purple, the color, and then Haze, Purple Haze Days or something. There must be like a lavender festival in July. And I was looking at some of these places that will let you park your camper. My goodness gracious. They're absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I think that I'm going to, I don't know necessarily that I'm going to stay in Santa Rosa all that long. I think I may get my camper fixed and head up to the Purple Haze Days. These comments come along here and I just can't see them. Let's see if I can. When people talk trash, don't dig through it, especially on YouTube. Laugh out loud. Tom Hall, you're a good guy. Well, thank you. Thank you for being a good guy. But That's the other thing. I don't want to deviate from the Purple Haze days, but people oftentimes attack what they don't understand. People attack what they don't understand. And I may be a hard guy. A lot of people I think appreciate a guy like me, where I just get on here and just spill my guts. I get on here and I spill my guts and what have you. And a lot of people appreciate that. It takes big cojones, you know, cojones to get on YouTube and just spill your guts as I do. I could talk about, whatever. I could just talk about one topic, you know. I could just focus in on one topic and talk about one topic all day long. But it takes some big cojones. It takes big cojones to get on YouTube and just spill your guts and share your thoughts and all that type of stuff. And people oftentimes they just don't understand. They don't understand, and they question the sincerity. They question your integrity, and all that type of stuff. And then they come out and they start attacking you because, whatever it is. But you know what? At the end of the day, to the Veronica Harts of the world and anybody else, it's just kind of like this. They're like it's like the dandruff. I don't have dandruff, so don't go spreading that around on Facebook and all that kind of stuff that Tom all has dandruff, because I don't have dandruff. Okay. But those type of people are just the I don't know. They're the incidentals of life is what they are. So you know what? I've got a meeting with a hero of mine. Hi, how are you, Todd? I've got a meeting with a hero of mine today, and this hero, I'm not going to disclose any of this hero's identity or whatever, but on the outside chance that she watches these videos, um, this is somebody that I've known quite a long time. Somebody I've known quite a long time, and this individual uh, went through more personal struggles. I keep wanting to put on my glasses because I see these chats, and it's just, who is it? Oh yes, there are plenty of them commenting on all links. Okay, I think it's karma, but this individual went through more personal struggles in such a short period of time, and she overcame them. I mean, when you talk to her, she has maintained such a pleasant disposition and spirit. And these struggles, it was just one after the other, to include cancer. And I don't know that I've ever told her that. I don't know that I've ever told her that. In so many ways, she's a hero to me. But maybe this morning I will. So anyway, that's it, folks. I got to get on with my day and let you do the same. So today it's back up to Sonoma County, back up to the my old stomping grounds. Maybe I'll go on a nice bike ride tonight or something like that. I went on a bike ride on a 17-mile drive yesterday. It was heaven, absolute heaven. So, isn't there a song? Something goes, heaven, I'm in heaven, something like that. Anyway, and no, I'm not going to start singing. So, I'll leave that to Skip Smith to do on his channel. All right, everybody. And Skip, you know what? If you're watching this video, I love you to death, Skip. Okay? In all seriousness, Skip. Yeah, Highway 280. Highway 280 from 101, when you're going up 101 past Gilroy, and you jump over and you jump on 280. That is one of the most scenic drives in the United States, without question. But Skipper, I love you to death. And after all these people read those comments on your poor old Tom Hall thing, take them off, Skip. Skip says hi. Okay. Boy, Skip, after all the let the people read the filth and the comments on all that kind of stuff. Let them read it. But Skip, do yourself a favor. don't let trash like that on your YouTube channel. Take it off for Christ's sake. I mean, it's just garbage. It's just garbage, and you're a better man than that, Skip. Okay, you're a better man than that. All right, take good care, everybody.